Seems kind of interesting because, most guys on here who have Filipinas that are attractive are more than willing to show them off on here. That's what it's all about, really, if you think about it. When you start saying, I'm not going to put my woman on camera because I don't want to expose her to all this shit, what is he really saying? I'm afraid to put a picture on here because I'm afraid of what people are going to think. Now, everybody has their own individual taste. Nobody's going to judge her. Why don't you put your woman on camera, how proud you are of your Filipina? Oh, you like to criticize mine all the time, don't you? Well, I have no problem putting her on camera. She has nothing to hide. No, she's not a YouTuber. But just because she's ever been introduced on my show doesn't mean that she's open as a target, as you eloquently like to state. If you have a beautiful, attractive Filipina, what are you trying to hide? We will put her picture and his on camera real soon, today or tomorrow. You all can make a judgment for yourself. Is he trying to hide what his Filipina looks like? Why? Are we going to make judgment on her? We would never do that. I'm not going to make a judgment on her. I think if you have a Filipina that you're proud of, why not? Show the world, hey, this is who we are. Don't hide behind your darkness. I remember a long time ago, he said if he has 1,000 subscribers, he would come on camera all the time. Well, we don't see his picture. People know what he looks like, but I have his picture. And I have a picture also of this woman. Isn't it better that you just kind of put your woman's picture on camera rather than having somebody else put a picture on for you? Oh, I mean, it's not a necessary thing to do, mind you, okay? Just trying to prove a point. I don't know any YouTuber out there that has a woman, girlfriend, whatever, lady boy, whatever the fuck it is that you think is very attractive and you're very proud of, that would not display at least a photograph of them together, being proud of their conquest. The Blaze, that name. Anyway, get away from the name for a minute. He's a blazer, she's a blazer, they're a blazer, we're all a blazer. Wouldn't you like to be a blazer too? I don't think so, dude. By the way, there was some sloppy shit going on in that video of whoever was working on those tools. It looks sloppy, and I'm not even a mechanic. Anyway, I'll get off that thing there too. What are you trying to say about yourself, Larry Evans? What would you like to say to the public about yourself? What is your purpose of being on YouTube? What is your purpose of hiding behind the camera? We already know you're a relatively tall man, okay? You got a big-ass gut. You eat the most highly cholesterol, saturated fat foods that any man can eat. You do smoke. I don't think you're the healthiest person in the world. So stop making judgment on other people and their lives, their girlfriends. Now, unless there's a reason to talk about somebody's girlfriend. If there's a reason, that's another thing. If there's not, Blaze, why do you do that? That does not compute. I didn't understand anything she said. I think you heard her loud and clear. I certainly did. She has a heavy accent. You're gonna knock that too? She is a Filipina. She's not American. She wasn't born in an urban area where English is more prevalent as far as being very eloquently spoken. But of course, the Blaze will find fault with that too. I have no problem with her accent. None at all. But of course, he'll find a problem with that. He says he has nothing against my girlfriend. She's a good woman and blah, 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 blah. But yet he'll throw in all these digs all the time. It's the kind of guy Larry Evans is. Hiding behind the camera. What happened? You have over 1,000 subscribers. You said you'd go on camera if you had 1,000 subscribers. Why did that change? Well, there's always a rainbow somewhere, and there'll be with John, because his diet alone is enough to fucking clog the arteries of a full-grown fucking moose. Karma's kind of funny that way. He could lay out all the fucking comments, all his bullshit statements, all his knockdowns and mocking, but he can't take the criticism himself. Well, like we said, there's an open invitation. And I told you to email me. Give me a date that you want to come down and meet. We're very serious about this. Have that proverbial cup of coffee that you talk about, or that burger. That's still going on. That's still going down. I'm adamant about it, actually. I think it comes a time when two people need to get together. They're having problems with each other and resolve their issues any way they can. Very safe, public place. Public place, you could always call the police if you get scared, have a secret weapon under the table or something. Very simple. Been mouthing off about me for a long time. You don't know if you're coming or going. On one hand, you support me and even give me over $600. $600. For a guy who's mocking me so much, and almost every show of his has to do with me, trying to get that attention, of course. He wants to be another copycat channel. The Blaze, Larry Evans, needs that attention, apparently. But he won't go on camera. He talks about his wonderful Filipina. Well, I hope she's a wonderful person. I'm very happy for you if she's a wonderful person. We have nothing against your girlfriend. But why are you afraid to put her on camera? No, we don't buy that excuse. Well, I'm not going to let other people expose my girlfriends on camera. They should never do that. No, that's not the reason why you don't want to put her on camera. You got something to hide, perhaps? Come on, she's your wife. You're not proud of her? You should be proud of her, no matter what she looks like. People can make their own judgments. You're the one that's married to her. So what's the problem? Shit, proudly. Be proud. Display your woman on camera for all to see. Don't give us these lame excuses. Well, I don't want to involve her. Nobody should involve her. And they become a target the minute. Why should anybody be a target? Oh, the fact that I've had my Filipina on camera throughout my history? She's not a YouTuber. She doesn't have her own channel. Doesn't mean I can't do a cameo with her in it. Do whatever I want. I've got nothing to hide, as you can see. Now, I'm becoming more and more convinced that you're just more envious of me, of the woman that I have. Is that what it is? You're upset with me because I'm, compared to a lot of YouTubers on here, I'm kind of got my ducks in a row, don't I? And you know that. You don't want to admit it. Oh, you'll make fun about my house. You'll call it a swamp and blah, blah, blah. How many people on here have their own house out here? How many? Not many. How many even live out here? All the critics out there, they don't even live out here. Johnny, Larry, think about that. What's that all about? They're very envious and they're living their life vicariously through people like myself. Isn't that the truth, Larry? Larry, you know damn well. Do whatever you want with your Filipina. You know damn well bringing her to America is the biggest mistake you'll ever make. But hey, it's okay. That is your business. Absolutely, I agree. But it's going to be funny when it all comes down and crashes, when she gets settled in America. She becomes Americanized, which is the biggest mistake that all YouTubers do in the Philippines that are expats and meet a woman and they decide to take her to their country. It never works out. Only rare cases does it ever work out. Are there success stories? Oh, yes. There's many success stories with that. But that's a chance that these guys have to take when they Americanize their woman. What it is, you can't handle the Philippines? You don't want to live out here? What, is it too untidy for you? Maybe you just can't get that prime beef you like to devour, by the shovel, which has caused your fucking arteriosclerosis level to be off the fucking roof. You're not a healthy dude. Blaze. And you know it. You do smoke. You do drink. And we've seen examples of your diet. Pretty raunchy. Oh, okay. Yummy steak and things like that. Sure. But you know what? Anything in excess, like running your mouth in excess or shoveling so much high cholesterol, saturated fat food in your mouth, well, that's not very healthy. Not very healthy at all. And I don't have to be a doctor to say that. We got a few people out there that are like that, actually. And they're having their fun on YouTube and throwing their insults and mocking people and all that. But I know in my mind, I sit here with the knowledge of knowing exactly what's going on inside of their bodies, how long they've been doing it. I put their age factor together with it, their weight. I say to myself, they're a stick of dynamite ready to blow. Do you think I'm really worried about your life? I don't give a shit what you eat, really. It's your own doing. I guess I'm trying to make a point to saying that there's a beginning to something, there's an end to something. All the insults and mocking that anybody could do on here. And usually it's met or said by people that are obese for the best part of their life. Their heart has already taken a beating and the damage is already done. It's a matter of time and circumstance that their body decides to go into a toxic meltdown and their organs start to break down. Then they're not a problem on YouTube anymore. We say bye-bye. No guarantees in life, I know that. Whether I take supplementation, whether I eat good, no. There's no guarantees in life. But one thing I could tell you, that these guys that are going on the way they do, that are already obese, have been like this for many, many years, and the damage is constantly being done. So they could run their mouth on here all they want. But I have the knowledge to know a little bit about the human anatomy. And I know about plaque, and I know about arteriosclerosis, what causes it, causative factors, and end factors. their diet, lifestyle, etc. And I can say here, without being a professional, without having a degree, a doctorate degree, that I can definitely tell you that there are a number of people on here that are going to explode like an A-bomb. Maybe it'll happen on camera sometime, and if they're not on camera, well, maybe it'll just happen anyway. And none of us have to deal with these idiots anymore. No court cases involved with that. Nah, no physical retribution, nothing like that. Just let Mother Nature take its place. And that's the beauty of it. Don't have to lift a finger. Just let these morons live their lifestyle the way they're doing. And voila, job done. Bye-bye. Anyway, John, we're giving you the opportunity to meet up, and that still goes. You haven't talked about it, have you? Why is that, John? Blaze, Larry Evans. Why haven't you talked about it? Just little old me. I'm this guy in his late 60s. I'm not 6 foot tall. I'm 5'7". What are you scared of? What is this old man gonna do to you, Johnny? Remember, Johnny, they all float, Johnny. They all float. Are you afraid of floating, or are you afraid of bloating? Which should be more of your concern. You're a bloat, and you're bloated, and you're going to explode in your own excrement. Just a matter of time, Johnny, just a matter of time. They all float eventually. Their mouths run like a flowing river. But then one day the river dries up. Remember that someday the river can dry up, and no more comments, no more slurs, no more attacking and mocking, because you'll be gone forever, never to be heard again. The beauty of it is that you do it all to yourself. Well, I know quite a few people here on YouTube that fit that description, that are heading in that direction. How about if I say bye-bye in advance?